At about day 5 of the no buy January is when most people, they don't technically quit, but they start to find ways around the rules. They start to stretch the rules, and then no buy January ends up becoming a, things happen, and that's because most people end up making these mistakes. One of these mistakes we're about to discuss in today's video. If this is your first time, my name is Loveth. This is Money Conversations, where we know wealth is not the flex. It's all about management, how you manage that money. If you get any value from this video, don't forget to give it the thumbs up. All right, let's proceed. Let's discuss common mistakes made in a no buy January. The first mistake is mindset, seeing this challenge as punishment, going at it as if it's a punishment. And I know we all choose to do it because we want to save money and stop spending or whatever your reason is. But if your mindset towards the no buy challenges, in the month of January, I'm giving up everything good, I'm giving up everything fun just so I can save. It's good to save. Yeah, that's not going to last. Naturally, biologically, psychologically, physiologically, you will find ways around it because nobody wants to go through pain and suffering. See this more so about what it is, which is just control, better control of your spending, better control of where your money goes. It's not about punishing you. It's not about, holding it over your head that you spend so much and so now you must not spend. No, it's about putting you in charge of your money, not putting Amazon or TikTok Shop or Uber Eats in charge of your money, putting you in charge of your money so you can make your money better serve you. When you see it that way, then you have a better, gumption, a better resolve to stick with it because you're not going at it as a punishment. It also ends up feeling more like a punishment because you've possibly made mistake number 2. You've over restricted because you think it has to be painful to be worth it or to be painful to work. You've over restricted on what you should not buy. You've made your essentials automatically non-essentials. You've decided it is non-essential because if it's not painful, it's not going to work. For example, you've canceled all your streaming services, all your entertainment services. Now, what are you going to do? How are you going to spend your time? You're not a reader, right? You can't go out to eat. You can't order food in. You're not going out for fun because then it triggers you to spend. Here you are at home. There's no Netflix. There's no Disney Plus. There's no Prime. There's no nothing. You've canceled everything. What are you going to do? 30 days is a long time. So, yeah, by day 4, you're going to find some way around that rule. Then you're going to break it. It doesn't have to be super restrictive for it to work. Remember, the goal is control, to put you in control of your money. So you can cancel several streaming services if you have numerous entertainment services, but keep one because it is essential. Take a look at your spending, take a look at your lifestyle. You just have to cut out the waste. You have to cut out the non essential. Some things may not be needed for survival in the regular sense, i.e., it is not your bill, it is not a utility, but it is needed for survival in the emotional and in the well-being sense. Another common mistake we make when it comes to no buy any month, no buy January, no buy whenever, is justification spending. The I deserve this, I've been good for the last 6 days, this, or just this one time, or I'll give into it now. I'll buy this, I'll order this just this one time, and then I'll continue tomorrow. We'll start over tomorrow. It's 31 days. I've been good for a whole week. Sundays are my days off. I will buy whatever on Sunday and then we'll get back on Monday. Listen, habits do not form when we continuously break them. If you want something to stick, if you want to be able to go through the 31 days, you really want to refrain from coming up with justifications to spend. Isn't it crazy how you probably don't do something, but the moment you say you won't do it, now you want to. You usually don't spend. You usually are good with spending, but the moment you decide no spending, here you are seeing all these things you all of a sudden have been needed, all of a sudden have been wanted. And now it's like, oh, I've been wanting this my whole life. I think it's just our bodies do not want restriction. And so once you put restriction, it's like you immediately start fighting the restriction you put for yourself for your own good. It's just what it is. So when you decide not to spend on unnecessary stuff, you will come up with logical reasons why you should go ahead and spend. Moments like this is a good time to pause, put a put some distance between you wanting to spend and then actually spending. Think of other solutions other than spending. Think of why you want to spend. What is the reason behind the spending? That distance or that space could make you realize, okay, come on, we can do this. Or it can make you realize, here we go, here's another excuse. Or it could also make you realize, maybe you've over restricted and it's now, this is a justified spend. This is a necessity spend. This is something you do have to get, but you do need a space between your desire to spend and actually spending, which leads to the next common mistake. And that is, we give into our weakness one time, we have a weak moment, and then decide to, well, that was that. We'll try again next year. Just because you have a weak moment, just because you finally gave in and you bought something that you knew was not an essential, something that broke the rules, your rules, because if you've watched this first video, you understand this is not a, you set your own rules on what it should be. Just because you broke your own rules and you bought what was not an essential doesn't mean you should throw in the towel, right? There are 31 days. No one is expecting perfection. We are grown. It's personal finance for a reason. No one is expecting perfection and no one is perfect. So if you have a weak moment, if you give into weakness, if you end up ordering that food, stopping by the drive through, it's been a crazy week. Work has been crazy, life has been crazy. You know what? You get back up, you get back in. All right. One purchase does not ruin the entire month unless you want it to, because we can do that. We can come up with a reason. Listen, I know this because money and diets, one and the same. Finance and diet, the same thing. Lover chooses to go on keto diet. Well, I've eaten that bread. We'll continue tomorrow, and so we just go all out and eat all the bread and all the rice. Keto diet, for those who don't know, if you haven't been on Earth the last how many years, is no carbs, no sugar, and then you end up eating a slice of bread. What the heck? Go ahead and eat the rest of the bread. I eat rice. What the heck? Bring the sugar, bring the chocolate, bring everything. Let's just see, today's down the drain. And then we'll start again tomorrow. That's what we do. Then tomorrow comes along. All right. Oh, tomorrow is Thursday. You know what? We'll start on Friday. Who starts on a Friday? Friday comes around. You know what? Monday. What's time? At that point, the diet is done. You know what I mean? The diet is done. So listen, unless you want it to be done, when you have a moment of weakness, you can come up with reasons to just justify. All right, well, you know what? I tried. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll continue next year. We'll try it again next year. Listen, the purpose of this challenge is to give you awareness and then also control of your spending so that your money is not an auto, what is this word? Your money is not an auto play. Your money is not on auto spend. We all have spending patterns that gets triggered by different things, be it stress, be it lack of joy, be it boredom, whatever. We all have it. The point of this no spend is just to help you realize what they are and put you in control of where your money goes. So just because you've had a weak moment doesn't mean you should, be done. You can still get back up the next day and get started. So people, remember, let's not make this a huge thing. It's just another January. We're just being mindful of our spending. Okay. Let's not make it a punishment. Take the pressure off. Breathe. Breathe and go about doing life as you normally would, just without the Amazon spending and without the extra unnecessary, unplanned spending. Okay. Now remember, if you haven't seen this video will really help you in terms of preparing. It's not too late to re-prepare, better prepare, and get going. I wish you all the best. I think it's very doable. Let's save some money. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.